Welcome back, writers. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving break with your families. Hope you got lots of rest. Today in writing, we're thinking back to a week ago when we talked about using comparisons in our writing to teach. We know that when we compare, we make our writing more clear and understandable to our reader. We're going to take a look now at some writing one of my former students did. His name is Toby, and he's actually at Grissom Middle School now. He is an expert on drums and plays in Grissom's band. Let's listen for two comparisons in his first paragraph. Listen for those comparisons. Chapter 1. Big sounds and little sounds. There are many kinds of drums. They have different sizes and different sounds. The biggest drum is the bass drum. That is the one that sits on the floor. You have to use the pedal to strike it. If you step on the pedal softly, it will make a small sound that's still strong. It will sound like you're hitting a punching bag. But if you step on the pedal with a lot of force, it can sound like thunder. Your teacher's going to pause the video and you're going to tell your teacher what you heard. Did you find the comparisons, boys and girls? I bet you did. In that first paragraph, we heard that if you step on the pedal softly, it will sound like you're hitting a punching bag. That word like is a really, really big clue to a simile or a comparison. Like is a clue word. And then in the last part, you also saw the word like right there because Toby said if you step on the pedal with a lot of force, it can sound like thunder. Now, Toby continues in the next paragraph with a different kind of sound. He uses a comparison here, but he also does something else that you will talk to your teacher about in just a moment. Let me read this paragraph to you. There is also the hi-hat. These are two cymbals that crash together. They kind of sound like two metal pan lids when you smash them together. You can hit the hi-hat with a drumstick, or you can pedal them too. If you use the drumsticks, it sounds like shring, shring. But if you use the pedals, they sound like chick, chick, chick. All right. Once again, your teacher will pause the video. Once again, tell your teacher what you heard in terms of a comparison or something else that Toby did that you thought was effective in this second paragraph. Great job, writers. You did find the comparison. Toby said in his writing that, right up here, that if you hit the cymbals together, they sound like, there's that clue word, like. It's a comparison word. When you hit them together, they sound like two metal pan lids. What else did Toby do? Excellent. He also used sound effect words right here. Shring, shring. And then at the end, if you use the pedals, chick, chick, chick. So Toby has introduced us to another strategy. Sorry about that. Not only can you use comparisons, but you can also think about using your senses. When I say your senses, I'm talking about using what you hear, what you see, what you feel, maybe what you smell. Use your senses in your writing. The sense of hearing really made sense for Toby to use because he was talking about musical instruments. But if you're writing about hockey or gymnastics, you could certainly tell us how you feel and how your muscles feel. If you are writing a book about how to bake cupcakes on your easy bake oven, I think using your sense of smell would be appropriate. So use your senses in your writing. That is our strategy today. When you go write, friends, the first thing you need to do today is reread what you've written because you haven't written for about a week. Reread where you are and think about, how can I go forward teaching my reader the very best way I can? Should I use a comparison? Can I use my senses to teach more? I think you'll be able to use a strategy that helps us all learn. Go write, writers.